Typically, we compartmentalize treatment. So we look at, okay, does the implant stick? What abutment am I going to use? And then, okay, the crown came out good, but then we don't really see what happens to the patient later, and then the patient may show up with recession or something like that. Whereas if we take your systematic approach to treatment planning with the end view in our mind, then we can achieve not only a good result, a predictable result, but a long-term sustainable result. But how does that result stay long-term for the patient? And that's what this whole systematic, this voyage through the different compartments that put together the concept of excellent treatment and excellent sustainability and long-term sustainability is why that's critical.
There are things that you can do that will impact the long-term aesthetics of your implant. You may need to recreate aesthetic contours or ridges that have been destroyed for one reason or another. And you want those to be as natural and as beautiful looking as possible. So that's why we offer so many different solutions here. Let me give one example of a way that we accomplish that. In extraction sockets, especially in the aesthetic zone, you want to make sure that you're not distorting or tugging on the soft tissues, because that will create very unnatural results. So we offer our OsteoGuard Flex barrier membrane enables clinicians to graft an extraction site, yet leave that barrier membrane exposed so that the soft tissues can heal over that naturally. And this is a great attribute for a resorbable collagen membrane. Most of them don't withstand exposure very well. So by having a resorbable collagen membrane like the OsteoGuard Flex be able to withstand that exposure, it allows a clinician to allow the soft tissues to heal in a very natural, beautiful, aesthetic way. So that's one example of how the regenerative materials lend themselves to long-term aesthetic outcomes, the artistry.
The key is the word sustainable aesthetics. And in my opinion, for anything to be successful, it has to fulfill three criteria. At the end of the day, it's got to look good, it's got to work well, and the result needs to be maintainable over time. This implant is not only designed to allow me to immediately provisionalize, which allows me to hold my contours. If I hold my contours, I don't have to scratch and claw to get them back. I just keep what I've got. And the hybrid design surface, the contemporary hybrid surface, gives me the confidence with platform switching to know I'm going to hold crestal bone, I can hold my soft tissue contours, and those results will be maintainable over a long period of time.
In our practice, using the intraoral scanning in combination with the Velotech Encode impression system allows us to provide care much more rapidly and more efficiently for patients. There's less intrusion in their mouth, there's no impression material, there's no ordering of parts, and by removing the pieces fewer times, we wind up with a better soft tissue response. So everybody wins. The tissue wins, the patient wins, and we win. There's no question that the art and aesthetics of implants are very, very important. I learned early on that a patient appreciates what they can see. They see the restoration, they see the tissue around the restoration, they never see the implant, they certainly never see the bone-implant interface or all the sophisticated engineering that has gone into it. In order to give them the best service, to get the tissue levels the way they want them, to not have spaces, black triangles, and unesthetic results, being able to capture the soft tissue in detail and know that it'll stay there is imperative.
Well, all the studies show that micromovement and microleakage potentially destroys bone. So that is one of the things that, if it's important for sustainable aesthetics, it's important to preserve the bone. So having components that fit well, that don't leak, and and don't really move and act as a one-piece system is a huge benefit for aesthetics. Because if you lose bone, you're potentially going to lose soft tissue associated with that. It's really about solutions. I mean, you can have all these different products, but it's really about a solution for the patient. So I think simplifying and demystifying all the complexities of what components are out there and just providing the solution. The doctor calls up, I need this, can you help me with this? And give me products that would then treat that treatment solution.
The artistry is the creation of something beautiful. This event here is based on the fact that the fine artists, they created something beautiful, but preserving that beauty is all about using the right materials, using the right maintenance, and appreciating the creation. Because the dentists that we serve are master artists. We're here to provide them the materials, the techniques, and recommendations so that their creations endure.